So we're here with Evan O'Neill, and you did Mr. Backlash.
Yes. Yeah.
So what I was wondering, let's start off with, what made you come up with this kind of idea?
So it's kind of I approached it from a few different angles. I started with the core aspect of it being kind of a experience from some past work environments I've been in. So there's the element of trying to understand shared icons. So that was from just working in media and film. The two main characters are actually loose adaptations of some guys that I went to middle school and high school with. So there is like a actual truth foundation to it. And then, yeah, from there, I just kind of like tried to finesse it as much as I could to make it gripping and interesting.
Cool. Yeah. Well, so it's very experimental as well. I love the cinematography, but it's like but it's also a storyline. You know, it's hard to get that all together.
Yeah, yeah. I was trying to go for creating a vibe or a mood that felt both complete and worthy of being rewatched. So you couldn't really put your finger on it off of the first view, and just trying to keep it engaging.
So would you expand on it and maybe make a feature out of this idea? Because it seemed like, I'm watching it and I'm like, this could keep going.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm kind of toying with the idea of building it into its own specific feature. I also have just been playing with a lot of the adaptive and like appropriative themes in the film, and feel that it's been lending itself to other pieces that I've been writing that are not all short, but some have made themselves into features. So we'll see where it goes. Yeah.
And then how about the casting process and getting all the actors? They did a good job, all of them, really.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, they were all great, and kind of.
And working with kids too. Working with kids, how was that?
Yeah, I mean, the whole process was more difficult than I had kind of mentally prepared for, because we shot everything during the lockdown in the first year during 2020. So all of the casting was virtual, like remote. So I like had to do a bunch of different screenings to kind of try and get a feel for everyone. And then being in person, it was just a really amazing feeling to work with them. And they represented truthfully what I had seen via Zoom and via we use this program as well. And that their acting stood up, especially with the kids. So that was phenomenal.
I'm a teacher in a high school, but those are even younger. Were they like middle school or even younger, right?
Yeah, middle school? I think Jonathan is 12, I think, and Netta who played Steve, is 13 or 14, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was Jonathan's had some experience, but like not on paper the experience that led me to assume he would be so good at his role as man. And then Netta, that was his first acting experience.
Wow.
So he had just thought it was something that he could do, and then really came through. And I feel like I'm giving like an after sports breakdown. Like, everyone did a great job. We went in with a plan. We executed, and we're here at the end of the game feeling great.
Yeah. So since you kind of did it during the pandemic, are you able to see it at festivals yet? Or did you have to do some online, or are you like, now that we're kind of live?
Yeah, we're going through the festival submission process now. And so just looking forward to being able to be in the room with an audience and experience it as they're experiencing it live.
Cool. Absolutely. Where did you film? Manhattan, was it, or Brooklyn, or?
So originally, I wanted to film in Mount Vernon, but that proved just a little bit prohibitive in terms of like permits and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So we filmed this in most of it. All the exteriors, for the most part, are in either the Bronx or in Flatbush.
Oh, cool.
And then we did some pickups in Bushwick, but yeah, mostly those. And actually, the last scene is in Ridgewood.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's a big difference, and kind of put it all together like that.
Yeah, it's a purely, New York film.
Yeah.
Even though we were trying to also make it feel like it could have been anywhere in the city or any city, really, even though there is some reference to location.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah. So, how hard was it filming in like that area? A lot of noise, a lot of,
No, I mean, I felt like we got really lucky with locations. We shot in Orchard Beach for the majority of the exteriors, like I was saying.
I've been there, and I've actually shot something there a long time ago. But yeah,
it's great. It's like it lends itself to this like great wetlands exterior that people don't usually associate with New York.
Yeah.
But it was really quiet. We shot the weekend of Halloween.
Wow.
In 2020. So there was not a lot of people out because it was still kind of like, scary times for other reasons.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool. And so what'd you do? How'd you get the cinematographer or and the cameras and all that? I mean, just great work there.
Yeah, David Marino is like a true G. He has a pretty extensive music video and commercial background.
That's cool.
Yeah, we know each other, mutual friends, and like honestly, the film couldn't have been made without him, and he brought so much to every single setup in terms of just seeing it differently but similarly to me.
Yeah.
We had like a small production meeting the night before we started shooting, he and I, and just like really dialed in. And the next day it was just hit the ground running and everything was great.
That's cool to get someone from like making music videos, because I tell my students all the time that when I grew up, all the directors you see today, they all did music videos back in the day.
Yeah,
they were like on MTV and all that stuff, and they were making videos, and now they're like big famous directors and cinematographers too.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually, so David and I have a mutual friend who was the AD, Amanja, and he has AD'd every single music video I've ever done, and has also AD'd a bunch of music videos for David. So it just was like, everything was a super family affair, and just like a bunch of homies getting together and making a really weird film.
But it works really well though. And you watch it and you're like, wow, it's good cinematography, good acting, and the story. You want to know more because it's pretty intense.
Yeah, I agree.
And I love the older actors as well and their conversation.
Oh yeah, I mean that scene has gone through a lot of different iterations, and so the point at where it is now, I think like does just a good subtextual foundation for the film, and then Jordan and Mac are really good at not saying what needs to be said, and I felt like they really grounded kind of the foreshadowing of the younger characters in a way that was amazing.
How'd you deal with the special effects, or was that special effects? Was that kind of the real? I didn't want to give it away, I don't want to really say.
So that scene is all practically shot.
Wow.
And like I came to Jordan on set and I was like, so there's this weird thing that's written in here. He'd read the script and I was like, we're not doing this with special effects. Do you feel okay with this? And he took a deep breath and kind of looked me in the eyes, and then he nailed it. Like he did a great job, and it's really like anchors the film in this surreal space that we couldn't have gotten to any other way.
Yeah, I love practical effects. That's my favorite. Like I know special effects are fun and all, but those practical effects, man, I love being on set when they're doing practical stuff.
And it also, I feel like, helps provide a timeless feeling to the production, because
Yeah.
like special effects, VFX age as technology moves forward, but if you're shooting it in the actual film and capturing that moment, it feels like it lasts forever.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Awesome stuff. So so you have this. Are you working on anything brand new right now?
I'm writing right now. I've gotten a decent amount of options for the next project. I kind of try and just get as many ideas out in the warmer months and then save the editing and like picking which one is the next one for when it's colder and I have nowhere else to go.
Yeah.
So I've got some options and I'm trying to figure out just which one to go with and figure out how to fund it properly.
So you worked in you said you do music videos.
Yeah.
So you have do you know a lot of people where you can be like, "Hey, I love your song. Can I use it?" And they'll be like, "Okay." Is it easier for
So
you to do that?
yeah, I mean, I don't
Or
have
make your own? Do you know like people that would make it for you?
so the
No.
actual score of this film
Mm,
was created by this artist VHVL. She is an amazing. I don't even electronic artist feels
mm,
too limiting, but she is an artist who I've been a fan of for a long time. We'd never worked together before,
no.
but I just like she's put out a small project on Stone's Throw. And so I reached out to her and was like, I have a music video background, so I'm coming to this as like a place of respect. And like I know that people hit you up asking for music all the time, but again, I'm a huge fan and I'd really, really appreciate it if you could hook it up. And she was totally down to be a part of the project. So yeah, it was another huge blessing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. So when you putting this all together and it all starts to work out, you're sitting there and editing. What do you do? Was it a tough edit? Was it like, oh, I knew what I was doing already? Was it pretty easy going for you, or?
So I did a first pass on my own, just to try and get it to where I felt like I needed to remove myself. And
Mm,
then Will Colby, who's also a collaborator who I've worked with on so many, like we've done documentaries together, music videos together. He's just like next level. And he came in and just, yeah, did things that I was like, this is completely where we need to be. And I could not have possibly even envisioned how to make this work. And he just
mm,
has a sixth sense for building tension and also really uh, understanding dialogue in a way that was very
mm.
helpful. So yeah, uh, we I put it together. He saw the things that were on the horizon where we needed to get to, and he took us there. And yeah, once it was feeling great, we both were like, "All right, wow, we totally have this feeling like a film. This is awesome."
Yeah.
And yeah, it was exciting.
Cool. Well, we're excited to play it. I can't wait till Sunday and get.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see how people react and gauge everyone's feelings. And I
We should
hope,
have a good crowd. We should have a good crowd because let's sold a lot of tickets already. We used to have it 2 days, like a 2 day thing. But I'm like, I could fit everything in to one here because and we start early, but it's going to go all day. I just
that's
had
great.
more people will be there to see more films and stuff. And I'll tell you, we sold enough last time in March. We had like so many people in 2 days, and we sold the same amount of tickets pre-sale already. So it's like, okay, people are coming.
Wow, that's amazing.
So it'll be pretty crowded in a place, but it'll be fun. We'll have a lot of fun and get to see some movies. So I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. I'm really like I said, just having a space to be able to show the film and talk to people about the film is really exciting. So thank you again for
Yeah.
including me and having me be a part of this.
Awesome. So, is there anything out there you want to promote, or any websites or anything?
I did a first season of a series called Vintage Shopping on Complex.
Cool.
The full season is now live on complex.com. Complex is YouTube. That is very amazing, and our host, Ugly Worldwide, is great, and all of our guests are amazing. So definitely check that out. My Instagram is Von Styles, VonStyles, and Neon Calf is the production company. You can find them both on Instagram. Please follow, and more good stuff is going to come.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, thanks for joining me here for a few minutes, and it's great to talk to you, and hopefully get to see you on Sunday.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much, Chris. I really
Cool.
appreciate it.